So I'd like to move over to the project service piece, if that's okay with you. So to get over to navigate to the project service from Sales Hub, it's really easy. I can just click on this Sales Hub little option at the top of my screen here, change the app, and then I can click on project service. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and just open up an existing product that I created. So here is my my project record within the system. Now you can see project actually has its own business process flow as well. Again, can be completely customizable based off of your needs. So, it's general, project name, maybe a description if I had it, who is our customer, there are some things to point out of what calendar template do we want to use, so like what kind of work being used, as well as who's the project manager on this. My project manager for this is going to be my user that I'm logged in as. In the estimates area here, you'll see that most everything is kind of locked down. That's because these estimates are based off of what was entered into my schedule. So additionally, we have the estimates versus actuals displayed here. So once things get completed, once tasks get completed, you'll see these actuals start to populate based off the work that's done. So I'm going to go ahead and click on our schedule here. Our schedule provides a kind of work breakdown structure of the entire project. We have our work breakdown structure, right? We have our name of the project, and then I kind of just broke things down into different stages of analysis, design, development, testing, deployment, and operation. You can have subtasks to these kind of main tasks here, as well as you can identify predecessors that need to be completed before we can move on to the next task as well. As I kind of scroll over, draw your attention to the right. We have our start date and end date is where we're showing, we're thinking acquiring assigned documents, we'll give them the week to do that. Requirements gathering will take a couple weeks to do that kind of thing. As well as we have the duration, which is calculated, and the effort is calculated based off of the start date and end date. Additionally, we have resources here in this far right column, and this is to identify the resources who will be working on these particular tasks. So here, anything that says BD, that's my BCS demo user, and because I'm the project manager in this scenario, I'm listed on a lot of most of these tasks here. The other kind of little circles that we have here are actually for generic resources. So let me kind of press this here just so we can see who this is assigned to. So this requirements gathering is assigned to BCS demo and a business analyst. We haven't actually booked an actual resource in our system who matches this requirement here. We've only said, hey, we know we need a business analyst, but we don't know who's available internally yet for this.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So something that I kind of wanted to highlight here as well is, so let's say, we're choosing a generic resource, right, for our machinist, our engineer, and our business analyst. We don't know who's available just yet. If we wanted to generate a requirement that basically says, hey, resource manager, let's generate a requirement here so that we can actually book actual internal resources to this project. So the system is going to do that. And then there are a couple ways that I'll be able to book. We'll just give this a second because the system is generating everything for each selected team member. So from here, I can select a specific resource now, and then I can click book. By doing that, it's going to open up my schedule board. We'll give this a second. And within the schedule board, we'll get a list of all of my available, well, that's not so great. Let me go back to my schedule board here. We'll get a list of all of my available resources in the system. And then with their available time here. So I get their work hours listed here. So, and then at the bottom of my screen, you'll see I have my open requirement created. So I have my open requirements, which are going to be for one for an engineer, one for a machinist, one for a business analyst. And it's really just as easily as dragging and dropping. So I can take this business analyst, I can drop it here as I need to. I can also add additional filters here. So let's say I wanted to filter only for my business analyst, business analyst resources. Here's my one analyst resource. And then I can make sure to say, hey, Ricky Baker, I'm going to assign you this